Hi everybody, Jason back again, and today I'm doing a little bit of a follow-up video to a Pokemon card unboxing that I did recently. There's a box on the ground, my cats are playing with it. So basically what I wanted to talk about was all of the cards that I sort of found that were interesting in that 100 card unboxing video that I did. So let's just get started. It's a pretty self-explanatory video. I'm just going to go over a little bit of facts about the cards, show off the cards themselves, and then, yeah, sort of just go over my thoughts. So anyway, first card that I want to talk about is this sort of semi-full art Bidoof. It's a regular. It's actually uncommon. Comes from the Primal Clash series, and it looks like it had a value that was high at $14.12, and on average it sells for about 87 cents. So nothing super special except for the fact that I think that this card is the third highest priced card that I've gotten out of these 13 cards. So I think that's actually kind of funny. It's a Bidoof. I mean, it's got what? Recovery, and it says when this Pokemon's healed, it heals double the amount, and it's got a move called Drench. And it's double colorless energy required, and it says if this Pokemon has any water energy attached to it, this attack does 20 more damage. So it could potentially do 20 or 40 damage per attack, and it heals for double. So it's not a bad basic Pokemon, not by any means. I like the art. I like his pose. He's just like, yes. But anyway, so that's that card. Next we have, and he's actually got like really high health. He's got, what, 70? Yeah, I mean, compared to Natu here, which has 40 health, Natu is another one of those sort of pseudo full art cards. Comes from Roaring Skies. This is just a regular common card. This one had a value of, actually no, sorry, I take that back. Earlier I said that that Bidoof was the third highest. He's the fourth highest because this one is the third highest. This one topped out at 1858 from what I found, and has an average value now of 60 cents. Let's see, this one, I mean, it's if your opponent is knocked out by damage from an attack of this Pokemon, you get to take one more prize card. So using this to beat a Pokemon is a way to end the game faster. And then its Psywave uses a Psychic and a colorless, so it does 10 times, and this attack does 10 damage times the amount of energy cards attached to your Pokemon, to your opponent's active Pokemon. So if they're fighting you with some like heavily powered Pokemon, like I know that some of them take like up to like 4 or 5 even energy cards, so this could do like 60 or 50 or 60 damage in one blow. Especially if they're like loading up that particular Pokemon. So the next one that came of interest to me are these support cards. So this is a supporter. This is Bebe's Search. From what I can gather, this is a reverse foil, but I don't believe that it's available as anything other than this. At least a couple of my cards were only available like this. So this is from Rising Rivals. And this one had a high value of $12.55 and actually sells on average now for $4.89. So if I was to sell this now for $4, that's a third of the value of like the entire 100 cards. So that's not bad from one card. And looking at the cards that I've done, if I sold just this handful, I basically would have made my money back. All right, so next we have another supporter. So this one is Felicity's Drawing. This one comes from Great Encounters. This one, again, is an uncommon reverse foil. This one topped out at $3.05, but it has an average value now of about $1.08. And just keep in mind, the values that I'm giving are based on what I discovered yesterday. So, I mean, they could obviously update. Next... Oops, sorry. Next I have the Dusknoir FB from Supreme Victors. This is a reverse holo. This is also rare. One of two rare cards that I think that I got that are actually notated. This one has a high value of 596 and an average value of 262. So really not that bad, about half of its value almost. And I really like this card. It's I like that it's attached to an actual champion or a gym leader or somebody. And it's got some cool moves, Ghost Hand, and it puts a damage counter on one of my bench Pokemon as well. And then it has Cursed Wrath, which does 10 times the damage. 10 times damage the number of Pokemon SP in your discard pile. That's obviously a game rule that I'm not quite familiar with yet. Or at all. Alright, so after that one we have a Milotic C. This is also from Supreme Victors. It looks like this one is Cynthia's. And then this is a reverse holo. It is also rare. The other rare card that I got. It has a high value of 596, just the same as the Dusk Noir, but it's got a higher average value at 358. So again, you're already seeing that like the cards that I have here, if I was to sell them and get that price, I could make back my my money. So it has Aqua Tail, and it says flip a coin for each water energy attached to Milotic. This damage does 10 times that, plus 20 more for each head. And then I've got Wrap, which is flip a coin if head's defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. So it's a fairly basic Pokemon as far as attacks go, but it could be a high damage dealer if you sort of like have it on your bench and just sort of start loading it with water energy. I could see it being like a pretty big problem. Next one I have is Purloin. So with this one, when I was doing my research, it appears to be a full holo card. It is uncommon, or this is its regular form, basically. So basically it's always going to be holographic in some way, shape, or form. It had a high value of 372 and an average value of $1.83, and it came from the Legendary Treasures pack, but I can't quite determine where this card comes from. I gather that it could be Legendary Treasures singles, or it could be the Legendary Treasures regular pack. The reason why I say that is because it's part of the Radiant Collection, and I'll post a picture now of the only art that I found for this card. So I don't know whether that means this card is from a unique type of set. I don't know whether it means that this card could potentially be fake. I don't really know. I don't believe that it's a fake. At least I really hope not. But anyway, I'll post I take a look at the art that I found and the art that's on that card, and it's hard for me to find any information about that. This one was a lot easier. It's from the same set, and it's also a Radiant Collection card, and it's the Superior. So this is a reverse or a full holo. It's also uncommon. This one I found very quickly. This one's art is exactly what it is, and it's the Legendary Treasures singles. It had a high value of 420 and an average value now of 231. Nice card still. So what I've got next is actually a card that I couldn't find any legitimate information on this particular version of the card itself. So this is Pokemon Catcher. It's supposedly from the Kalos starter set. This is a reverse holo. I don't think that it's available as any other card. Well, no, it is. What I meant to say is that I don't think that it has an actual... It doesn't have a rareness rating. And while I found this card, based on its number setting, in the actual Kalos starter set, I couldn't find any evidence of a card with this, except for an eBay posting that had 4 of these on sale for $5 for the lot of them. So the value that I have on this card is a high of 430 and then an average value of 281, except that's from just the basic card, not this card with the Pokemon League symbol on it. Now, judging by that posting that I found on eBay for 4 of those cards for a value of $5, it puts it at about $1.25, which is pretty respectable, but still, Where the hell did it come from? So, speaking of this issue, I had the same one for this one, too. The information that I have here is based purely on the fact that it's the non-league version of the card. It is Battle Reporter. It's from the set Furious Fists. Furious Fists. It's a reverse holo and it's uncommon. That is all the same. But it's got a high value of 528 and an average value of 225 for the non-Pokemon League version of the card. So, again, I don't know. So, the biggest part of that video is that I found 3 Wizards Black Star promo cards. And so the base of this is that I wanted to research those cards specifically. So first off, I have Psyduck. So this is promo card from the Black Star Wizards number 20. It's a regular card. It doesn't have any sort of rarity attached to it other than the fact that it's a promo. It had a high value of $19.95 and an average value now of $3.48. The other issue here is that this isn't an art that I found anywhere. So just like the Purloin, I can't find this art. I just can't. I'm going to post another image of this card's alternate art right here. And you'll see what I mean. But it's an interesting card. I like it. It's just a basic Pokemon. It's got Headache and Fury swipes. It's nothing really super special. It's just a confused Psyduck sitting in a little pond with 50 HP. But yeah, it's interesting that I can't find that particular picture. So again, is it a fake? Is it from a different country? Is it something else entirely? So the next one is a trainer card, and this is Computer Error. This again is a Wizards Black Star promo card. This is number 16. This is a regular, non-holo, of course. This is the highest value card that I could find. So it had a top out of $23.90 and currently sells on average for $2.48. So not bad. And this card is exactly as I found it. All right, so very last one. This was my favorite one out of the entire thing because I thought it was the coolest one, but this is also the one that I found the least information on. Like, the least. Like, I found next to nothing. So this is Meowth. It is a Wizards Black Star promo number 10. It's a holographic card with the gold around the Meowth, and then it's got a little GB symbol right here for Game Boy. And I searched for everything. I searched for Black Star promo number 10. I searched for Meowth promo. I searched for Holo Meowth Wizards Black Star. I searched for Game Boy Meowth Pokemon card. I tried any possible way I could find this card, and the only thing that I could find is I think it was like an eBay listing or some other type of sale that showed this card, or I think it was just like an info sheet that said that this card sold for around $4. And that's now or in the past. I couldn't find like the highest value that this card has ever reached. So on this one, I'm calling out to anybody that collects these cards. If you know more about the 3 or 4 cards that I pointed out, specifically this one, let me know. I would love to talk with you about it, and maybe if I can find out enough information, I can follow up again on this one. But yeah, that's it. I thought it was actually kind of interesting. I've never really tried to research cards like this. What I might actually start doing is more videos like this. I'll call them like Pokemon card research. Because while I do like Pokemon cards, I love Pokemon. Pokemon cards are probably on the lower end, same with figures as far as my collecting goes. So I don't know that much about them. I know how to play the game at a very basic level, but my interest in it is purely for the fact that I'm collecting Pokemon. So yeah, I do find it interesting just for that fact. But yeah, I'm going to post a link up here to some more of my Pokemon card unboxing videos, probably this one where I got these from, and then also a playlist that has any other Pokemon card unboxings that I've got. Don't forget to comment and subscribe down below if you want to get updates to my channel and when I'm posting new content. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now. Yeah.